Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a very, very disturbing incident in Srinagar as our national emblem is attacked at the Hazrat Bal Shrine. There's a very, very disturbing pictures coming in from Srinagar. Our focus will be on those pictures on this show. Here are the headlines. Attack on the national emblem at the Hazrat Bal Shrine in Srinagar. The national emblem attacked simply for being on a plaque. Shilpa Raj and Raj booked. In a case of cheating, there's a lookout notice against the couple. Anger over a video that shows Ajit Pawar threatening an IPS officer. India says, stop VVIP bullies. Donald Trump admits that his nation has lost both India and Russia to deepest, darkest China. Starting with the pictures that came in from Srinagar, going across straight to that, the disturbing images that came in from the Hazrat Bal Dargah in Srinagar. And Zeenath is live, in fact, on Republic Bharat. I'd like to go across to Zeenath. Zeenath is showing us that plaque that was desecrated. That's the video of how they attacked it. There seems to be some political instigation to this. Zeenath is live. I'd like to go across to her.
दिया क्योंकि देखिए अगर हिस्ट्री के पेजेस पलटे जाएंगे तो जो हजरत बल है ये नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का बैशन शेख अब्दुल्ला जो कि फारूक अब्दुल्ला के फादर और उमर अब्दुल्ला के दादा रहे हैं ये वो यहीं से बिलोंग करते हैं और ये बैशन नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का पहले से रहा है लेकिन बाद में पीडीपी ने यहाँ से
That's Zeenath. In fact, she's live on Republic Bharat as well. And these are pictures that are coming in as we get you the latest details. There was a tweet that was put out by the National Conference. And the National Conference, while backing the attack on the national emblem, Tanveer Sadiq of the National Conference spoke some time back to the media. And he said, I'm not a religious scholar, but in Islam, idol worship is strictly forbidden. The gravest of sins. The foundation of our faith is Tawheed. Placing the Ashoka emblem, a sculpted figure at the revered Hazrat Bal Dargah, goes against this very belief. Sacred spaces must reflect only the purity of Tawheed, nothing else. Look at that. That's a plaque. That's a plaque that says Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board. It says Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board, and there is a national emblem. And they're attacking the national emblem. And the National Conference has given it a spin that placing the Ashoka emblem, a sculpted figure at the revered Hazrat Bal Dargah, goes against a belief, the belief against idol worship. How is it idol worship? Unable to understand how it's idol worship when the Ashoka emblem is simply there on a plaque, and this particular plaque has been there for quite some time. In fact, if you read carefully, the plaque just talks about the inauguration. The plaque just mentions the details of the inauguration. The plaque has very basic details. It says, if you see it carefully, they're also targeting the Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board chairperson, Darakshan Andrabi. Now that is the story. These are pictures coming in from Srinagar. I'd like to go across to Zeenath. Also joining us, Tanveer Sadiq of the National Conference spoke to the media some time back. On the show this evening, we broke the format to bring you these pictures on how an attack on the national emblem can be tolerated. This has happened in Kashmir, and sadly, ironically, and we'll get some reactions to this, they have allowed it to happen. They have allowed it to happen, and National Conference is even giving it a spin. In fact, I'm getting in some breaking news now that Farooq Abdullah has arrived at the Hazrat Bal Shrine. He's arrived at the Hazrat Bal Mosque for prayers, and he reached there about 10 minutes before. And there are pictures that are coming in, so we'll play out those pictures as well. Now, the Ashoka emblem on the Waqf board. First of all, it's a Waqf board. And on the Waqf board, it's a marble stone, it's a marble plaque. And I have Major General G.D. Bakshi joining us on the show. Major General G.D. Bakshi, I'm unable to understand. This is a Hazrat Bal shrine. there is a marble plaque. There is a marble plaque, and on that plaque, Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board, and the name of the Waqf Board person, look at that. It says, that's the plaque, Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board. It says, reconstruction and redevelopment of the Hazrat Bal Shrine inaugurated by Dr. Syed Darakshan Andrabi. And it has Honorable Chairperson, Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board Andrabi's name plaque. They're okay with everything, just the Ashoka emblem on that plaque. I'm unable to understand. Why are they desecrating the national emblem?
You know, it looks like the mischievous elements in the valley are once again anyhow. And they are looking for, straws in the wind. They are looking for minor provocations which they can build up into major affronts, and trying to, this attack on the symbols of the Republic is unacceptable. Whatever it is, I am not very sure of how this has reached the Waqf Board reconstruction kind of a thing. But even if it is there, the level of outrage to be shown is absolutely uncalled for. Uncalled for. What is so offensive about the national emblem of the Republic? Why? Why should it be objected to with this degree of vehemence and violence? I am not at all sure what is behind this, how of this sudden discovery or coming to light of this emblem, and what is so provocative about it. I haven't understood. I have not understood this. This Hazrat Bal shrine has been the location of a lot of mischievous incidents earlier also, if you may recall. You may recall how the sacred hair of the Prophet was supposed to have been stolen from here and then found back in the mosque. You are also aware of the siege that had to be done of this mosque, etc. You see, it has a history of being misused for anti-Indian activities, anti-Indian propaganda, anti-Indian intrigues, and anti-Indian plots. So I would wait for more information to come out on this. And I really fail to see why this degree of outrage at a national symbol. And they are desecrating a national symbol, by the way, in doing this.
Sir,
they are desecrating a symbol of the Republic.
General Bakshi, you've served in Kashmir. You've served in Kashmir. I just want to know, outside the Hazrat Bal Shrine, what kind of security, given the prevailing situation, what kind of security would generally be there? And this has happened. They've let it happen. So I'm just wondering what's going on.
There is security there, especially after these couple of incidents that I have mentioned. The Hazrat Bal shrine was stolen way back. Then there was the siege that had to be conducted. And there were a lot of, media outcry, why was food sent in during the siege, etc., etc. So this has been a repeated hotspot which the separatists have tried to exploit for, trying to find excuses to raise some, mischief against the Republic. And this attack, I am firstly surprised as to how this symbol happened to be there. Maybe some government department may have worked on it for the repair of this building caused by either the siege or some other aspect. That is still not very clear as to how that has happened. But even if it has happened, I don't think it is the decision. It necessitates or justifies such outrage at a symbol of the Republic. And those attacking the symbol of the Republic, I think better watch out. They are in violation of the law of the land. You cannot attack the symbols of the Republic. You cannot desecrate the flag. This amounts to a desecration of the symbols of the Republic. The lions of Ashoka, after all, are the symbols of the Republic. So even if somebody had ire as to why they should be there, they should have asked that plaque to be removed. They can't go and start attacking that. This shows that some mischief elements instigated by Pakistan are up to no good in Jammu and Kashmir. They're up to no good in Jammu and Kashmir, right? And the Pakistan-America love fest may have emboldened Pakistan to try and instigate this. I think we need to get to the bottom of this and take stringent action. Stringent action.
Sir, also there is a tweet that came in. General Bakshi, I want you to listen to this. So this was the logic that was given by Omar Abdullah's party. By the way, Farooq Abdullah is at the Hazrat Bal Shrine offering his Friday prayers. We were just informed that he's arrived there at the Hazrat Bal Shrine. But let me also tell you what the National Conference has said. Tanveer Sadiq, who's a very close aide of Omar Abdullah, has said, I'm not a religious scholar, but in Islam, idol worship is strictly forbidden, the gravest of sins. The foundation of our faith is Tawheed. Placing the Ashoka emblem, a sculpted figure, at the revered Hazrat Bal Dargah goes against this very belief. Sacred spaces must reflect only the purity of Tawheed, nothing else. I don't understand. I'll tell you why. Because it is such a flawed logic. It is such a flawed logic because the national emblem is also there on every currency note. And I'm sure there are notes inside the Dargah as well, right? When you do an offering, and I'm just seeing, because I've just, a lawyer has just texted me this, saying there is a national emblem. No citizen worships it as God, but it's the national emblem. We have to pay respect to it. So the logic is not adding up. It's completely flawed. It appears very mischievous. You're right, completely right on that. And when I look at the National Conference leader, Omar's aide, egging on these protests, justifying these protests, then it tells me that perhaps there is an element of, organization of these acts of attacking our national emblem, General Bakshi. It appears to me prima facie.
Oh, what's step 2? You'll attack the national flag? Previously, the Jammu and Kashmir police used to break your bones if you tried to unveil the national flag at Lal Chowk. Lal Chowk today is awash with national flags, right? Today you attack the symbols of the Republic, ostensibly in a mosque. Tomorrow you could attack the flag. And you are very rightly saying, when they accept donations in Indian currency in that masjid, do they not bear the emblems of the Republic? That means tomorrow they start burning notes. How has this note come into this mosque? What are we supposed to pay our donations in? Pakistani currency? Saudi currency or what?
Yeah.
No, this is just an excuse to attack the emblems of the Republic, which is
Sir, be with me. Sir, be with me. General Bakshi, Farooq Abdullah there. Farooq Abdullah at the shrine, cutting across line.
It's a constitution. It's an attack on constitution. Farooq sir, what is your take?
नमाज पढ़ने आया हूँ भैया मैम please send please.
He's not responding there. He's not responding, Farooq Abdullah, but his party member, Tanveer Sadiq, is a party member. And he's not, and they're egging on the protest, almost justifying the attack on the national emblem there at the Hazrat Bal Shrine. I know this is a very sensitive topic. With all due respect to everyone present there, I'm only questioning the logic, General Bakshi. This is absolutely not done. You cannot attack, you cannot desecrate the national symbol. It's not okay. It is not okay. Zeenat is also live there. Zeenat is live, so the moment she speaks, I'm going to cut across to her, right? But General Bakshi, I'll get your last word on this. Last word on this, General Bakshi. Last word, and then I'll free you. What do you think should be done to these? Yeah.
Niranjan, this is a deliberate provocation. Very deliberate provocation by separatists trying to attack the national emblem on the special plea that it is in the mosque. Like was very rightly brought out. Will they stop accepting currency notes in the Republic as donations by the public because they have the national emblem? I mean, they need to, they stringent action needs to be taken again, and they are on camera.
Yeah.
They are on camera. Very cleverly, the camera is from the back. But stringent action needs to be taken against the people who have attacked the emblems of the Republic wherever they are, by placed there rightly, wrongly, accidentally, mistakenly. I don't care. I couldn't care less. The national emblem is the national emblem, and any insult of that emblem justifies the most stringent action.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, General Bakshi, for joining us on This Is Exclusive. We're very disturbed with the pictures that are coming in, and we are very, very, very disturbed, and we are going to follow up on that story. Let's move on to the next big story. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a couple. Their name is Shilpa Shetty and Raj Kundra. Very controversial, very, very controversial. Last seen, by the way, about 3 days back in Bandra, when they invited the paparazzi saying that, hey, Shilpa Shetty will be spotted here, Raj Kundra will be spotted there. But they're in trouble. I mean, they've been in trouble all along, but the latest trouble that they face is that there's a lookout notice against them. There's a lookout notice against Shilpa Shetty and Raj Kundra. They're in trouble again because a businessman called Deepak Kothari claims that the couple took 60 crore from them and then has cheated him. I have Advocate Zain Shroff. Advocate Zain Shroff, who's representing Deepak Kothari. He's from Partner YNA Legal, joining us. Zain, good evening. Can you tell us a little bit more? How much of money did they take?
60 crores, an odd amount, 60 crores and 58 lakhs. If my memory serves me right.
60 crore. And when was this money taken?
In and around 2015 to 16.
Okay. And they took the money on what pretext? What did they promise your client?
So our client, Mr. Deepak Kothari, he basically runs a non-banking finance company. He was approached to give a loan. Eventually, when the loan was being finalized, they approached that they will it would accrue tax benefits to our client, as well as they will benefit because they have certain audit restrictions and other tax issues, because of which they wanted this loan to be structured as an investment, which would help our client and them as well. So they gave that influence, and going by that, they got him to issue it, structure it as a shares subscription agreement.
Yeah, and for how long has your client been fighting these two, Shilpa Shetty and Raj Kundra, to get that money back?
So ever since 2018 to 20 was.
Okay. Okay, I think I lost the line there with Zain, the advocate of the businessman who's been cheated by Shilpa Shetty and Raj Kundra. There is a lookout notice. Let me see if I have him back. And this is the big breaking story, an exclusive that we had, details of the case. In this particular case, a businessman called Deepak Kothari has been duped, case relating to a Best Deal TV Private Limited. The couple had reportedly promised monthly returns, duped of 60 crore. That's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, our focus will be on that story coming in from Srinagar, where the Hazrat Bal Shrine, where our national emblem was desecrated, getting a detailed report from there, and also being debated on Arnab show tonight in prime time. Thanks for watching.